Okay, so we discuss now about prime numbers, and at the same time also we are going to discuss about composite numbers, because there is a relation later on that we can show between the prime numbers and the composite numbers itself. Of course, you already know, if I ask you give me any 10 or 5 prime numbers, then you can easily say like 2, 3, and then 5, then 7, 11, 13, and then 17, 19, and so on in there. But then of course we can make a simple statement to define the prime numbers itself. So by definition, the prime number is a whole number that cannot be made by multiplying other whole numbers except 1 and itself. Alright, so what I'm trying to say with this statement is, for example, let's see, we take number 5. We know that 5 is a prime numbers, so there is no way we can try to multiply any other whole number, for example a times b, so that it will be equal to 5 when a is a whole number and b also whole number, except the one that I mentioned is 1 and 5, because right now we are talking about 5. So like for example 2 times 3 is not 2 times 3 is 6, or 3 times 4 is already 12. So the only whole numbers that we can use to make up 5 by multiplying is only number 1 and itself. So like 5 is equal with 1 times 5. There is no other whole number that we can use to make up 5. Or for example, like also 7. Also 7 is only 1 times 7. There is no other whole numbers that we can use or multiply to make up 7 in that case. Okay, but different with, for example, if we take number 6. 6, we know that it is not prime number because it can be made up by multiplying another whole number. For example, like 2 times 3. So we can have 2 times 3, and then at the same time also we can have 1 times 6. So since there is any other whole number that we can multiply to make up 6, so 6 is not called as a prime number, but 6 in this case we call as a composite number. Okay, so 6 is as a composite number. Alright, so the rest of the prime numbers also like that, you can check. You are not going to find any way to multiply two other whole numbers to make up that number except 1 at the number itself. Also, long time ago, 1 is considered as a prime number, but no longer now. So 1 is not a prime number. This one because of what? Because we cannot find the two numbers that we can multiply to get 1. Because earlier we said in the definitions, except number 1 and the number itself. While if we are having 1, so with what? We already have 1 times, so it's 1 and 1. So this is the same number. So because of this reason, then 1 is no longer considered as prime number. Alright, Okay, so another things about this prime number is the prime numbers, we're looking at dividing into equal groups. Dividing into equal groups. So, for examples, we said that some whole numbers can be divided up exactly, and some cannot. So again, for examples, if we take number 6, okay, so as we know earlier that number 6 can be divided exactly by 2 or by 3, because 6 is equal to times 3. So in this case we can divide it like, if we have 6 items, okay, like this. Let me copy this one first. Okay, so first we can divide it the number by 2. When we divide by 2, so we get like this. So we have this part, then we have this part. So equal groups. Or we divide it by 3, like this. So we have this group, and it's all equal group. So different with prime numbers. If we have prime numbers, for example, number 7. In this case, we cannot divide it exactly. So if we have 7, for example, 7 items, like this, so there is no way we can make a equal group. For example, like this, it's not possible. Oh, let me just copy first so we can try a few. So if we divide by this, also not equal, but by this not equal, or divided by this also not equal group. Okay, so when we can divide the number into 2 equal group, that number we call as composite numbers. But when we cannot make it into 2 equal group, that number must be a prime number. Okay, so there are 2 definitions we have so far about the prime numbers. First, you can say that the prime numbers as a whole number that cannot be made by multiplying other whole number except 1 and itself. That is 1. Another way to explain about the prime numbers, when we have a prime numbers, then we cannot be able to divide that numbers up exactly into groups or into equal groups as we have over here. If we can divide them into equal groups, doesn't matter into 2 groups, equal groups, or 3 equal groups, or 4 equal groups, that number considered as a composite numbers. But whenever we cannot divide into equal group, then we call that number as a prime numbers. Okay, so that is the second definitions that we can tell about the prime numbers. Also, the prime numbers is not into factors, not into fraction. Okay, because here we only dealing with the whole numbers, so we're not going to cut things into half or quarter. Also not into groups of 1. Okay, as examples earlier, we could divide 7 into 7 ones. Into 7 ones, or 1 7. Analogically, for examples, we have okay, so we cannot divide into 1 7 like this, or we divide into 7 ones like this. So we're not into this one for the prime numbers itself. Okay, and the factors. Okay, so we can also define a prime number using the factors. We can also define a prime numbers using factors. So for examples, we have we'll use a different color first, 2, and then times 3, this one equal to 6. So you can see here 2 is the factor and 3 also is the factors. So the factors are numbers we multiplied together to get another number. All right, so and we have when the only factors of a number are 1, and the number itself, then it is a prime number, like that. Okay, so this is another way to define the prime numbers. Okay, so with this few definitions about the prime numbers, we can check, for example, for number from number 1 to 10. Okay, so let's just put on the table numbers, and then can be exactly divided by, and then we define whether it is a prime or composite. Okay, so let's do from number 1. But number 1, we already said that is not, we'll use different one, is not prime, also is not as a composite, because we cannot find the two factors or whole number that we can use to make up number 1 by multiplying together. And then about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9, 10. So we can show here by applying the few definitions that we already stated above. So like 1 can be divided, now the next one is 2 can be divided into 1 or 2. For 3 can be divided into 1 and 3. 4 can be divided by 1, 2, 4. 5 is 1 and 5. 6 divided by 1, 2, 3, 6. 7 only divided by 1 and 7. For 8, 1, 2, 4, and then 8. And then for 9, 1, 3, 9. And then for 10, 1, 2, 5, 10. Okay, so with this then we can identify. So this one is, I will just put prime. This one also prime. Number 4, this one composite. Number 5 is prime. Number 6 composite. Number 7 prime. Number 8 composite. Number 9 also composite, and number 10 also composite. Alright, so if we highlight, the factors of the prime numbers is either 1 and the numbers itself, like 3 is 1 and 3, 5 is 1 and 5, and then 7 is 1 and 7, and 9, that's all. 8, 9, 10 is not a prime numbers, and so on for the rest of the prime numbers. Okay, so with this three definitions or way to explain about the prime numbers, and at the same time also we have the composite numbers. I hope now you can understand, or if I give you any numbers, then you can determine whether that numbers is a prime numbers or is a composite numbers. So for example, if I point out or give you numbers like 1 0 3 4 7 3, so and 1, for example, like this. So is this prime or composite? So by using the explanations above, then we can determine whether this is a prime number or composite numbers. How will be the method? Of course, that will be many different method to quickly determine whether whether a number is a prime number or composite number. Of course, by easily, the one that I can think of easy to determine whether whether a number is a prime number or composite number is by doing the factorizations. So if we found after we done the factorization, then we see there are more than not one, on more than two way we can divide the number into equal groups, then it's considered as a composite number but not a prime numbers. All right, but it's not we're not going to discuss in details the method in here, or to determine whether the number or is a prime number or composite number, especially if we are given a big number like this. If small numbers, it's easy. I mean, after, for example, we already know, or we already mentions about that 2 3 and then 5 7 11 13, and then after 13 17 19 23, and then 29, and then 31, and then after 31 the next prime number will be 37, and so on. Like this is easy because we can immediately, or we already know that this small number is a prime numbers or not. But when we are given a big number like this, we are given big number like this, so there should be a method to determine whether that number is a prime number or not. Or one thing also, we can make a use the divisibility rule, divisibility rules that we already discussed on the previous video. So we can check whether the first rule is whether the number is even or not. After that, if not, is it divided by 3? If not, is it divided by 4? Is it divided by 5? Is it divided by 6? And so on and so on. So if none of these divisibility rules is fulfilled by this number, then it consider that number is a prime numbers, like that. Okay, so but again, as I mentioned, we are not going to discuss about the method in here, because the purpose of this section is just to brief you in a very short discussions about what is that the prime number itself. But of course it will be a questions, why actually we need to talk a lot about this prime number and composite number. So why all the views about prime and the composite numbers. So it is because we can break apart composite numbers into prime numbers factors. So we can break apart composite numbers into prime number factors, as our examples earlier. For example, number 6, this one we can break apart into prime numbers factors, which is 2 and 3. 2 is prime number and 3 also prime numbers. And then for example number 8, so the prime factorization for 8 will be 2, 2, 2, like that. So we can break apart into prime number factors. So in this case 8 is 2 to the power of 3. Or for example again number 10, so we can break into 2 and 5. So for 10 the prime factorization will be 2 and 5. For 6 earlier it's 2 times 3, like that. Okay, and the composite numbers are made up of prime numbers multiplied together, as we already see over here. So once we can break apart into prime numbers, so it is like the prime numbers are the basic building blocks of all numbers. So it's a quite unique or specific things about the prime number itself, because it's like that the prime number are the basic building blocks for all numbers, and the composite numbers are made up of prime numbers multiplied together, like that. Okay, so I do not know how to say that in a easy statement again, but I hope you can take it. The one that I mentioned earlier, I repeat, is because it's like that the prime numbers are the basic building blocks of all numbers. We'll just write it down here, that prime numbers are the basic building blocks of all numbers, and at the same times the composite numbers are made up of prime numbers multiplied all together. So multiplied together. Alright, so it's quite unique, right? Because one is come from the other one, and the other one can be break apart into the other one as well. Alright, so I guess that is all. The few things that I would like to mention about the prime numbers and the composite numbers, which is a little bit different with the other type of number, like the one that we mentioned earlier. For example, the whole number, counting number, integer numbers, and natural numbers. Okay, because of this prime and composite, from here we can move to many different numbers. Okay, see which is the prime. If we multiply together, can make up a composite number, as well as the composite number we can break apart into equal groups of prime numbers at the same times. Okay, so that's about the prime numbers. So the next one we are going to discuss about the greatest common divisors of number, or GCD. We will try with two methods. First one, we try to make a use the prime factorizations, how to determine the greatest common divisor of two numbers, and after that we will try to apply or use Euclidean algorithm in order for us to find or to determine the greatest common divisor among two numbers or more later on. Okay, so that is all for this video. Thank you for watching, and then we will continue to the next one.